in another video with me. You guys have been giving me so much support and love, and I want to reciprocate and just tell you that I see it and I love it, and thank you so much. We're going to be talking about season 5 of The Boys. The Boys, 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 the Boys. I have some notes. I actually have some Boys Funko Pops to be tapping on as well. So thank you so much just for being here. And I guess let's get into a little bit of discussion about The Boys. When The Boys first came out, I have not heard of it. I didn't hear about it. I think I started watching when season 2 came out. So I watched season 1, 2, waited for 3, waited for 4, and now here we are, season 5. So, my favorite seasons. Seasons of The Boys, I think was the very first season, and then the third season are my absolute favorites. Not to say that the other ones were bad. That's not what I think. I just think those are the ones I personally enjoyed the most. And I think the third season, I believe, is the one where they all took temp fee. That one was just fun. Because it's exciting to see what the powers are. I have been watching The Boys for a while, and then I got familiar with the graphic novel, the comic about The Boys, and it's interesting. I've heard, I actually have not a big desire to read it, because I've heard there's like a lot of just unnecessary things in it, so as of right now, I'm not driven to read it, but I am a little curious, so let's begin though. Let's talk about it. I was super excited, obviously, leaving off on season 4, when Homelander's gonna be taking over. I was so excited to see how this was gonna happen. I was watching it with my fiance. She's not really into The Boys, and I like it for like its political commentary. I do enjoy it though, and I also think it's pretty accurate to what superheroes would be like if it was in real life. Like if we had superheroes right now, I actually think there'd be like a bunch of Homelanders. Let's continue. We open up with this season, and I think the first 10 minutes kind of felt like a movie. We open up with Starlight, and guys, this is 100% going to be spoiler. I should probably put something at the beginning that says that. I'll put some text at the beginning, but come back and watch it, because I actually enjoyed them a lot. We open up on what I believe to be is like some movie cinematography. I don't know why, but I feel I'm invested. It really pulls me into season 5. And we have Starlight, who's dressing up as this firecracker. And she releases the Flight 37 video with Queen Maeve and Homelander, where he just refuses to save their lives. I have been waiting and waiting to see Homelander come face to face with this video with the public, and whenever you hear Homelander's score, like the violin, or whatever it is, and it's like the score. I'm frightened. If I heard that in real life, I think I would just run away. I would just run. So we have a very strong opening, and it doesn't disappoint. The acting that I think Anthony Starr brings to Homelander, his little quivers in his face. Let me see if I can try and do it. I'm gonna try and do it. That probably looked terrible. Homelander has such unique movements of his face that show irritation or uneasiness. Uneasy. He has just such a unique ability to show that, and so kudos to the actor. We open up, we see Flight 37. I'm like, oh my god, there's a whole crowd behind him that also sees this, that are all pro Homelander. I think it's funny that they put the Homelander people in red hats. We see him react, and he's broken, obviously. And then it cuts, and I'm like, how are they about to handle this? hilarious, and it's exactly how this would be handled in real life. It cuts at Firecracker and Homelander like, that's AI, it's all AI, which is exactly what would happen today. And then Homelander went back and they had it edited to make it look AI by giving him like 7 fingers in a frame, and it's like they taunted with the original footage. I loved the opening. I think it was a strong opening. I love, that I love the AI excuse. I think it's great. We also find out that a certain team of the boys are out of prison because they broke out, and some of them are still in prison. One of them still in prison is my boy, Frenchie. He's always speaking in poetry. This guy. And let me know what your guys' favorite boys character is in the comment section, please. I love the comments. I love comments so much. They're so fun to read. Figured I'd do some tapping for you guys. Just to hear a little tapping. Frenchie is one of the ones in the camp. So is MM. So is Huey. And they are trying to plot an escape at the same time that Kamiko, Butcher, and Starlight are also trying to plan to get them out. I'm gonna start saying some highlights that I thought of the episode. I thought MM getting his rematch with that one soup, and if you've watched it, you know which soup it is. I'm not gonna say it. Sometimes the boys have some seriously unnecessary. Like, sometimes it's unnecessary. Most times it's unnecessary. But MM got his rematch, and I was like, go MM, 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 go MM. I was rooting for him. I wanted him to get that rematch, and he did it. He choked him with his own. If you know, you know. Let's talk a little bit about Kamiko. One of my other favorite characters is Kamiko. I think she's super hilarious, even while not speaking. But at the end of season 4, we hear her say her last word. Not last words, oh my gosh, her first word. And she was like screaming for help, I think she's a great character. But this season, we get to see a little bit about her talking. She's talking now, so she's talking like someone that just learned how to swear. And if you know a person that just learned how to swear, you know how they're talking. They're like, F this. Nonetheless, I think she's hilarious. And I just love her and Frenchie. We have a big scene where we get to see the couples making up, and Starlight and Huey are back together, and there seemed to be a little rockiness with that. And then there was a makeup portion, and then Kamiko and Frenchie, they make up as well. So it's good to see that our couples are all making up. Good to see. Along with our current heroes, I loved that we saw A-Train come back and gave his life for the cause. I really believe that he got a good arc. Truly, what he says to Homelander, him and Homelander go 1v1, and he ended almost making the same mistake he did in the very first season, where he runs through Huey's girlfriend, and just absolutely obliterates her. Well, he's running from Homelander, and he has an opportunity to do the same, where Homelander would have ran right through that woman and not cared for her life at all. A-Train dodges her, and that's what ultimately leads to him losing his life against Homelander. He says his piece, and it happens. He died a superhero, let's just say that. Team A-Train. I love the reflection to the real world. They have soup influencers that are making TikToks and filming. There's a scene where this woman is being stripped from her home, and her kid is crying and help me, and they're refilming TikToks. So they're like, oh, I didn't say that it has acai in it. My child. They're arresting her, and her child is screaming, and they have to remake a TikTok. But tell me that isn't a little bit like today. I feel like it's boys always dramatizes, but not too far where you're like, no, that's definitely something. You're introduced to a new character this season. The Worm. The Worm. The Worm. The Worm. I am not going to speak much on him because his power is just... I can't speak on him. My thoughts are that I think his power could have been a little less explicit. I'll touch on this. There's something I heavily don't like about The Boys. I'm okay with like partial nudity, stuff like that happening in films. Like, I'm a grown up, I get it. But The Boys has a lot of unnecessary, like, seems like the plot wouldn't be changed if it was there or not. I understand if it's for the plot. Like, I get it. The Boys, like, this Worm character, it didn't have to be like that. Oh, that was my little rant about what The Boys does that kind of, they just don't have to. Okay, another gripe I had, but this is particular to this season. Starlight is vaping, and my captions, because yes, I watch with captions, closed captions are my best friend. Starlight, every time she's on screen, there's a caption that's like vape hissing, and she's like, and she's hitting a fat vape rip every single time. Now I get it. They're trying to paint Starlight like she was supposed to be the symbol of hope, and everybody has died except for her. And she was like, people were wanting me to come back for them. People are wanting to come back. I'm supposed to come back for them. And I'm alive, and they're dead. And I get it. They're trying to paint depression on her, and so like every time she's with Huey, she's trying to like get a little intimate so she doesn't have to talk about it. Every time she's alone, she's hitting this vape. I actually think the vape hitting took me out of it, and they seem to dramatize it. Vape hissing every time she's on camera. I don't think you need to do that. So that was episode 1. Now we're introduced to episode 2, season 5, episode 2. Okay. So if you haven't watched episode 2, go do that. Come back. We're reviewing it. Episode 1, by the way, just for like review purposes, was I actually really liked it. I was intrigued. So far, it's feeling pretty on par with like season 1 and season 3, which were my favorites. So I am super excited for where this is gonna go. Okay, next we learn, Butcher has perfected the virus that killed Homelander and maybe all Soups. Oh no. That means our girl Kamiko, our girl Starlight, anyone with Gen V, our boy Butcher, might die when this virus is released. Realizing now I might have merged the 2 episodes, but anyway. So we saw Butcher had the virus, yes, because that's when those influencer people really come into play, is when they're trying to test the virus. They're trying to test the virus, and they're trying to test it on one of the influencers in like what is, I think, like a soup hype house. Like, I'm being so for real, it's like a soup hype house. And then they're trying to get this one character, I think his name is Rock Hard. He's like a ginormous rock, which also had unnecessary moments. So they're getting the vial to transport it to this hype house sorority of soups, and everyone's supposed to be gone that day, so they go that day, and they're all there, and now the rock guy that they need to breathe in the virus, he's not breathing. So he's holding his breath. He doesn't want it. Meanwhile, Kamiko, Butcher, and Huey are transporting the virus, and they get stopped by none other than Soldier Boy. Oh my God, Soldier Boy. Yeah, Soldier Boy is back because Homelander had him in his room, and he just let him out. He was like, okay, you're on my team. So they're like, who better to try this virus on than him? They end up fighting and scrapping and taking him all the way back to the hype house. Basically, Huey and Frenchie somehow communicated with the virus. Huey passed it to Frenchie. They both put their masks on, and everyone starts like breaking out. All the soups start like breaking out and start like black is coming out their mouth. I think it's like their tempeh humans, Huey and Frenchie, they patch it all up. They make sure everything's good. Meanwhile, M actually let one of the soups free. I think it's because it kind of reminded him of his daughter, and they're being kind of held against their will to make this content for, fall. So, Soldier Boy ends up dying. But way at the end of the episode, and they see his body bag, and Homelander's looking down at it, and he turns away, and he walks away. Homelander goes to walk away, and the body bag sits up. Now, I don't know. He could come back, and he could have no powers. He could come back and have powers. What I know is it's problematic because the boys basically think that Soldier Boy is dead, but they don't know he survived. So in their heads, they think that this virus is powerful enough to stop Homelander. And Homelander and Soldier Boy now know that that virus is not powerful enough, so they can't get an upper hand on them. I see that happening. Something that happened in this season 5, episode 2, that I did not like. By the way, I like the majority of these episodes. The things that I don't like are just personal gripes. This episode, I think people will have the same gripe. Okay, Ashley, the character of Ashley, at the end of season 4, we saw her take Gen V and just try to survive. Now we see she's vice president, and she revealed her power. She is a psychic. Okay, at the end of this episode, at the end of this episode, it's revealed that she takes off her wig, and there's a face in the back of her head. That has no offense to video effects editors, because they get pushed beyond their means. I mean no harm. But it is the worst CGI I've seen in my life. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, why can't you just make her psychic? Why did we have to go that extra? I don't know. It's probably because at the end of season 4, they had her brain doing all that stuff, but I got no hint that it was going to be another face or another persona that she just covers up with a wig. I don't know. That really bothered me because I was like, just make her psychic. Why does she need? Just make her psychic. Just make her psychic. A-Train's just fast. Just make Ashley psychic. And we find out that, of course, her power doesn't work on, the one person, the most smartest person that's running all the operations, Sister Sage. Of course it doesn't work on Sister Sage. Of course it doesn't work on Sister Sage. I'm glad Soldier Boy's not dead. I think they could do a little more with him. I am so ready. I think it's actually going to be an edge-in-the-seat battle. I am so excited to... I'll make more videos. I'll probably clump up like maybe 3 episodes at a time, or maybe I'll just do the finale. We'll kind of see how this one goes. But if you guys liked this, please let me know. It ends with Soldier Boy sitting up out of his body bag, and we're like, oh shit. Trying to use the echo on my mic. Do you like the echo? Do you? Hello. I'm kind of curious if you guys like it. At the end, at the finale, I will give my popcorn ASMR review of either burnt, microwaved, or movie theater butter. And when that comes, we'll get the official review of season 5 as a whole. But right now, I'm just excited, and I kind of throw it to you guys. And please comment. If you guys enjoyed the video, please comment. And I only say that, you don't even have to like or subscribe. I just always love hearing your guys' comments and what you gotta say. I just want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Thank you so much for being here. Tell me what you're thinking.